For the Honourable Nanaia Mahuta.
Mr Chair, last year reports came out that put the Māori asset base at a value of around about $36.9 billion. Just last week a report was released from the Minister of Māori Affairs as a result of the commission that he set up, which showed that that has significantly grown. And the question that I want to well, significantly. So what it certainly shows is that Māori are major contributors to the agricultural sector, and specifically in the area of dairy. And I think that point is well made, because when we look at a bill like this, I have some questions that I too would like the Minister to take a call on, because in a peer-reviewed report that was looking at the Māori economy, and this is a Bill report, it said that the growth of the Māori economy will be significant to the extent that by 2060, New Zealand could benefit from $12 billion per annum just from the Māori economy alone. So if a significant proportion of that is on the back of the dairy industry, the primary production sector, then this bill, I think, raises some questions for me in a very local way. Now, I'm not the member for the interest that I want to ask the question of the Minister of, but I know that he's well aware of Tuarupaki and their combined investment with Wairarapa Moana in Miraka to the sum of about $100 million, and the basis of that investment would seek some guarantee of supply of milk from Fonterra. And I want to ask one simple question, and I'm not a rocket scientist, it's very basic. Does this bill guarantee long-term supply options to Miraka if they've made such a significant investment? And I think when you have small players emerging on the scene, but substantially founded in significant asset wealth, then it's a fair question to ask of the Minister, because Tuarupaki has interests in communications and significantly in geothermal, in food and farming operations. They're located in Georgina Te Heuheu's area, and probably worth mentioning that given that she will be located at home, she will have some very direct interests in ensuring that the economic opportunities of Māori in her part of the country are not hindered by bills like that. So, Minister, if you could take a call, a very simple clarification would help to assure Tuarupaki in terms of their supply of milk, that this bill doesn't prejudicially affect them in the short, medium or long term. And if you could clarify the nature of how this bill impacts on them, I think people listening to the debate would find that clarification very worthwhile, and actually on the back of a lot of positive comments about how the Māori economy can contribute to the overall wealth, growth and opportunity trajectory of the country, that would certainly be an important response. I certainly think that it's exciting when you see business investments like this from Māori positively engaging in opportunities and seeing a niche in a market and seeing some potential in terms of how they could secure opportunity, obviously continue to grow their investments, then it's a fair question to be able to put to the Minister. So quite simply again to the Minister, if you could clarify that. I know that there are people who are excited about perhaps following some of the other business models that Tuarupaki are engaged in, and looking to some of the leads that they're taking in some very innovative areas of investment. Kia ora.
Members, the question is that Clause 4 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. I will report this bill without amendment. Point of order, Gareth Hughes.
Mr Chair, I forgot to vote in opposition at the final clause. Could the vote be reheld?
I've already cast the vote and it's too late, I'm afraid. Was the member wishing to vote against this, was he? Well, I'm afraid I have... well, you could seek leave. It would be the House to decide, committee to decide, but I've already cast the vote, but if the member wishes to seek leave...
Thanks, Mr Chair. I seek leave for a party vote to be called on this committee stage.
Party vote is called for. We're calling about Clause 4. A party vote is called for on Clause 4. Is there any objection? There is no objection. I'll ask the clerk to conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
58 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
42 votes in favour.
Green Party.
Votes opposed.
ACT New Zealand.
5 in favour.
Maori Party.
5 whakahiana.
Progressive.
1 vote in favour.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Honourable Chris Carter.
Vote opposed.
Honi Harawira.
1 vote opposed.
Members, the ayes are 107, the noes are 15. Clause 4 will stand part. I will report this bill without amendment.
Mr Chairman.
Mr Speaker, the committee has considered the Environmental Protection Authority Bill and reports it with amendment and divided into the following bills. Environmental Protection Authority Bill, Climate Change Response Amendment Bill, Hazardous Substances and New Organisations Amendment Bill number 2, Imports and Exports Restrictions Amendment Bill, Ozone Layer Protection Amendment Bill, Resource Management Amendment Bill. The committee has considered the Dairy Industry Restructuring New Sunset Provisions Amendment Bill and reports it without amendment. Mr Speaker, I move that the report be adopted.
The question is that the report be adopted. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. The contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party vote called for. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
58 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour. 42 votes in favour. Green Party.
9 votes opposed.
ACT New Zealand.
5 in favour.
Maori Party.
5 whakahiana.
Progressive. 1 vote in favour. United Future.
1 vote in favour.
The Honourable Chris Carter.
1 vote opposed.
Honi Harawira.
1 vote opposed.
Can you just ask the Maori Party to confirm their vote? Because I didn't get it properly in the translation.
Order. I'd ask if the Māori Party would please confirm their vote because it wasn't heard clearly. Te roro level.
5 whakahiana.
I thank the honourable member. The ayes are 107, the noes are 15. The motion that the report be adopted is agreed to. Those bills are set down for third reading next sitting day. I call on Government Order of the Day number 4.